Welcome back, everyone. This is Akinar here with more Elden Ring, and today it is time for us to begin a new portion of the map. And maybe a portion of the map that we should have done a while ago. It is an open world game. You get to go in any order you want, but I think the game was probably trying to nudge us toward the Mistwood. Or at least this part of this area is known as the Mistwood, I think. And it's in the Sites of Grace. It is connected to Limgrave. So there is a very obvious progression in terms of the menu system from the first area that the game introduces us to. So we kind of kept this off limits just because I naturally fall, in my mind, the natural progression went from this first area of Limgrave into Stormvale Castle. And then from there, you know, we have the exit out of the back of Stormvale Castle that leads into Limgrave and, sorry, Liurnia. And we also had there was a note at the first step that had been left by Vare talking about seeking the Rose Church, which we never did find. But I feel like if we explore the Liurnia Lake area a bit more thoroughly, we will find that eventually. So I think that we will save that for another time because it does feel like there are some promising leads to follow in this area, and perhaps this area is designed to be a little bit more toward our level. Maybe at this point we even get a title card that says Limgrave. It's possible that even at this point we might be a little over leveled for this area because we spent so much time in Liurnia East, and we have basically at this point explored all of the revealed portions of the map here, more or less. I know there's going to be things that we've missed, just as I'm sure there's things we've missed in Limgrave, and the nature of this game, there's just going to be all kinds of stuff to miss all the time. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to try to start here by picking up the map and taking a look at this new, it's always exciting to unveil a new portion of what is sure to be an incredibly massive map. I'm just hoping that our grizzly bear buddy over here just stays. He is endlessly entertained by clawing at the tree. Do your thing, bro. Limgrave East. There it is. So it is just literally still Limgrave. We've gotten the title card, and of course the map now confirms that we are in the eastern portion of Limgrave. We'll read the description on the map before we look at it, but we want to obviously we want to be actually where, oh, it's a key item. It's a key item. I thought it would be under the info there for a moment. Map of Limgrave's eastern region. Other than the Mistwood, which envelops the south, it is known for its lands which lead to Cont'd. Oh boy. So looking forward to getting back to Cont'd. A path trod by many a soldier in the past. Probably soldiers related to Melania, but maybe soldiers related to a lot of different factions. But we know that Melania and Radon battled out in Cont'd, didn't they? That was the site of their big showdown. Let's take a look at the map. A new map has been found. Limgrave East. Okay, what do we have here? Oh my god. It does really... Okay, I was not expecting it to lead this far out. It's already revealed an NPC over here. Oh, another finger reader crone, who is by a telescope. We hadn't found a new bird's eye telescope. Is that I think that's what they're called. We have not seen one of those since the very beginning over here in Limgrave. So that's something to look forward to, as we can see a bit of a, it feels like a bit of a transition into Cont'd. These areas feel much more either scorched or rotted compared to Limgrave. What is this just the effects of the Scarlet Rot? I'm seeing what is probably a minor Erd tree way over here in the distance. Some sort of a structure here. Another one of... I keep thinking of these as meteor impacts, but we've explored two of these locations in Liurnia. And what did we find? We found one of them that was a crystal tunnel, and then we found one that ended up being like a, they're calling it the ruin-strewn precipice. Felt like a transition rather than like a dedicated dungeon that just is its own mini level. It was instead a transition into what feels like a new zone, or something I had thought about. We don't yet have the grand lift working, and I'm pretty sure that the grand lift, this region up above overlooking Liurnia, it's got to be the capital, right? The Erd Tree is very close to here, and I had wondered, we had, I think, this ghost or this spirit NPC here, as well as the finger reader crone had mentioned something about a tunnel that was like a way to bypass the lift. Is that what this is? Might be worth exploring later, but let's, for now, I'm getting a little distracted. We want to keep looking at the new map, the new region over the new portion of Limgrave. I really wish I would have... You play the game in whatever order you play it. I just kind of wish that I had picked up the signals a little bit earlier that, hey, this is actually still Limgrave. Just keep exploring here. I think we can take... We don't need this anymore. We can take this marker off of here. That was the spirit who we did talk to. The spirit that was talking about the Erd Tree and the tears. We do need to eventually go back, I think, here, though, to talk with... What's his face? Kenneth? Is that what he was calling himself? So we've got Kenneth to look forward to. We've picked up the tears at the minor Erd Tree, and that does appear on the map. We can take this off as well. God damn it. Gotta do the marker thing first. I love the, almost the ASMR of the claw scratching that's been going on in my right eardrum this entire time. It's very soothing? Question mark? I feel like this is these are a bunch of tombs or coffins down here that are going to have some souls, because I feel like this is what we found here on the map. Do we see those in other places? I feel like there was a group of those up here. Wasn't there somewhere in Limgrave? Maybe they don't always indicate them on the map, but there is something up here to be found. This we have already explored, right? This was, I remember this little encampment here. This was part of Limgrave West. And I think the map does retain, at least there is, I like that it keeps, there's a subtle little line here to kind of show you, this is where it originally was cut off. That is something that is very helpful for me, and maybe gives me a little more incentive to just go ahead and pick up the maps whenever we find them. Because that's a little what I'm worried about when I hold off. My only experience in open world games, I don't have like a wide breadth of video game experience, because I tend to play one game at a time and I play it very thoroughly. So the only open world game that I played before this really is Breath of the Wild. And in that game, I don't think there was any delineation between areas that you had previously not known about. So this lets you know, hey, if you probably explored right up to this point, if you're like me, where you're trying to segment off your exploration. So that's a good thing to note. I like that. Here's the Mistwood Ruins with the Half-Wolf, and we have a gesture that we need to try. This is probably the Mistwood. That would make sense. It did say the southern region is Mistwood. And then up here we've got all kinds of other stuff to explore. Some ruins out in a swampy area. Okay, okay. Some more tombstones or coffins here. Some tombstones for some parkour. And we know about the beach area as well. Where do we start? We start with the Half-Wolf, don't we? That makes sense, I think. We want to check in with the Half-Wolf, and then we can make our way toward this structure. Maybe that's kind of the first order of business, and then begin our exploration outward from there. The only other question is, do I want to try to man, these grizzlies absolutely have kicked my ass before. Was that because they were in Liurnia and they were a little bit higher level? if we tried to take them on here, would they be a little bit more forgiving? What's my flask distribution right now? I do have 6-2, which is probably good. We could use fire grease as well. I don't think lightning is actually very effective against them, but I'm not sure about fire. I think we had used the black flame before, right? We'll try with this setup here. And shit, my L1, no, my L1 button is not working. Quick reset of Elden Ring, and we'll get this fixed. Just 1 second. Okay, so we're loaded back up here. Let's try aiming with our bow to see. Okay, L1 does work. I don't know why. It has something to do with me, like, clicking with the mouse, I think, outside of the game at the wrong time. I haven't figured it out exactly. But, like, I go to click to start my recording, and somehow that screws up the controller inputs, and I have to reboot the game. Okay, we're going to try to go with Bestial Vitality, and then Fire Grease, and then a Charged Lightning Bolt, and then try to rely on Catch Flame and Uchigatana. Let's see if I can sequence this correctly here. Do this. Do this. And then we'll see if... Maybe I'll do 2. Okay, he seems actually less beefy than... Oh, I can summon. Oh, shit. God damn it. I was panic rolling. There is the ability... Wait, that was all the damage you did? Okay. So this guy is definitely toned down compared to the Liurnia bear. He is not doing nearly as much damage. So our Bestial Vitality is actually getting a fair amount of value. I do still need to be a little bit careful. Maybe I will drink, I'm not sure. Probably need a drink here. At least drinking my Flask of Wondrous Physic. Okay. I think we have just discovered that this place is much more in line with our level. Or at least my level. When it comes to fighting the goddamn grizzly bears. Holy shit. That is a much easier place. This is a much easier place to get beast blood. Holy fucking shit. And, I mean, we have the ability to summon as well. Should we mix up our summon a little bit? Okay. Man, we got our butts whooped by the Liurnia crew of grizzly bears. They were doing, like, I don't know, 3 times the damage? Like, holy crap. Not to mention, of course, they had a lot more health. Jesus Christ, this was much more our speed. Let's, I like to, I don't want to just focus on one. We have so many different summons to try, so I want to get a little bit of help here from, who do we go with? We've got the, at the same time, I don't, well, I was thinking I only have 2 flasks. I really don't need to worry about micromanaging this. Let's just go, we'll stick with the imps for now. They don't use that much in the way of FP, and, well, I'd like to, hold on a second here. One thing at a time. I'm starting to overthink. Already, we're only a few minutes into the episode. This is the Akinar way. Let's get some loot first, shall we? Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 4. Immediately thinks back to all those times mentioning, huh, how did we go from Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 1 and 2 all the way to 10? I think we're starting to solve the mystery. It turns out, if you explore the zone that has the same name as the zone you started the game with, or started the game in, you might find the cookbooks you've been missing. Okay, this one allows us to craft a fetid pot and a roped fetid pot. The hell are those? Poison, right? That's what it is. Throw at enemies to cause buildup of deadly poison. That's what we need gold-tinged excrement for. It all makes sense now. Do these cost FP? Not sure. Here's where it tells you. Does not cost FP. Okay. It scales with Arcane. So if you really want to go dedicated poison build, you need to level Arcane. Craftable. Look at that artwork. Beautiful. A cocktail of effluence is sealed inside. As the mixture ferments, toxins are produced alongside a putrid stench that seeps out once ripe. Beware, though. Those who carry these pots will slowly accumulate poison in their own bodies. Okay, so it is a bit like the dung pies. Push someone in a privy. Expect to get dung on your hands. Oh, man. That is a par excellence item description. Okay, now I'm feeling much more frisky when it comes to taking on the grizzly bears. Before we explore the Mistwood more thoroughly, though, let's try to head for. I'm thinking back to this spirit that escorted us last time. There is so much grizzly bear poop on the road here. But we had this that we did before. Am I in combat? Oh my god. Okay. This is a This is the baby grizzly. It's hard to even call you a grizzly. You are not really a grizzly. Oh my god, the bats are on our case too. God damn it. God damn it. Can't you all chill for just 1 second? Trying to focus on other stuff right now. Okay. This thing. Our candle holder. Fancy candle holder. Which I'm pretty sure we saw another one of these somewhere over here. Right? Somewhere over on the Weeping Peninsula, there's also one of these that we had seen when we were exploring the southern end of Limgrave. When we examine it, this dude pops out. And then he takes his sweet ass time walking all the way over here. And he leads us eventually to the Half-Wolf. What the hell is this about? Can we examine this again? Like, starts it over. Alright. Not totally sure what to make of this. Maybe it'll make more sense when we find the other one. Eventually we find the other one in the Weeping Peninsula. Okay, let's make our way to the Half-Wolf, because we have a Half-Wolf to greet. After I take a little time here to explore and pick up some loot, take out some demi-humans who are weak as hell because we're probably a little bit over-leveled. And we get some flashback. Thin beast bones. A rickety shield. Have we picked one of those before? And we actually got a string finally. I have been wondering about strings because it felt like I feel like that's only the second string we've ever looted. And they're supposed to drop from demi-humans. I guess maybe we should have been fighting the demi-humans here. I don't know if the drop rates are significantly different between areas. What am I looking for? I wanted to look for the shield that I just picked up. The rickety shield. Creaky old wooden shield, circular in shape, roughly reinforced with vines. There are countless other shields available of better make. This piece of scrap isn't worth the effort of equipping. Does it come along with the healthy dose of shame that the plank shield does? Did I lose my... I did lose my lantern when I did the restart. All right, let's get back on course here. This, oh, the guy, I forgot how slowly he moves. There is our howling of the half-wolf in the distance. And not really that far of a distance, in fact. I'm gonna get off on, go on foot here. Right, there was a grizzly here. Now, maybe, before we engage the grizzly, we want to try our gesture and see what happens. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's switch out. Here comes our phantom just in time. That was perfect timing. It's like I scripted it. Let's go with let's switch out the cross legs and we'll do the finger snap here, right? It is actually called finger snap. Okay, cool. Let's do it. Let's finger snap time. Oh, he's got really good hearing. Really, really good hearing. Yo, look at this guy. Oh shit. I'm a little sad that the lighting is on my lantern is going to go away. I wonder if I switch to my torch. That also goes away. How do we get extra lighting here? Oh my gosh. Well, it's pretty well lit, to be honest. Look at that face, dude. And this sword. Oh shit, and the armor. Dude. This guy is so fucking cool. His cloak is made of like wolf's hair. Dude, this guy just oozes style. This guy is swag as fuck. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, what was I gonna say? Kind of reminds me, like obviously we said that, you know, he's feels like a werewolf or worgen if you've played World of Warcraft. But either way, let's stop. He's like, what in the hell are you doing? Are you gonna talk to me or what? Sorry, dude. You're just. He has to get this treatment, you know? Like when you're a rock star, people are always just like fawning over you and wanting pictures and autographs, selfies, and all that stuff. This is what the half-wolf, you know. Can I get a quick selfie? A tarnished selfie with the famous Blaidd? Let's talk already, goddammit. And I'm gonna stop being a fanboy over here.
Who goes there? Carly sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody. Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blaidd.
Oh.
I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrowell.
Oh shit.
He fled somewhere nearby. Or so I've heard. Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna need you to say your name again because I'm saying it wrong. Blaidd? Blaidd? Is that what he said? We know about Darrowell though. Darrowell, that was a long time ago. But that's who we fought here, right? The Forlorn Hound. We also just fought another Bloodhound. A nameless Bloodhound in the Lakeside Crystal Cave. And there's a slumbering wolf shack here. I don't know, is there any connection between all of these things? But I mean, we can take this marker off the map. We've already dealt with Darrowell. Are you interested to know?
Darrowell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale.
Do we not tell him that we've already taken? Is there another? Does Darrowell appear somewhere else?
Darrowell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale.
Do we need to? Okay, so I don't know if there is another confrontation with Darrowell, or do we need to like equip? It's right here above us, the Bloodhound's Fang. Do we need to like equip his sword to show like, hey, dude, I've got his fucking sword. I dealt with a dude.
Darrowell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of...
Usually Dark Souls doesn't work like that. Okay, well, okay, a little bit confused. because I would have thought that we've already taken care of that business for you, but apparently not. You are so fucking tall, by the way. Dude, you are literally twice as tall as me. Okay. Do you want to help me fight this grizzly bear over here by any chance? I am allowed summons in here, so I think I am going to take advantage of summons to take on the grizzly bear, even though we were able to solo the last one. I'm gonna take the help, because why the hell not? If our half-wolf is not going to jump in on the action, then let's get to doing it ourselves with our own help. Because I don't mind having some tanks to help me out here. Oh, wait a second. No, those are the dude, the grizzly bear is tearing through the walls. Oh my god. Dude. Darrowell? Not Darrowell. What's his name? Did he say Blaidd? Alright, I think we're okay. I was a little worried that he was gonna break through the walls and take out the half-wolf or get him dude, I'm looking at his that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna go around and check out his sword. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to take a closer look at his sword. Dude, this thing is so fucking cool. Dude, I mean, Artorias' sword, it wasn't quite this. Look at the bling on this thing. Jesus. I am being such a fanboy. But I love everything about this character. And I want him. I think if this guy turns up as a summon somewhere, I think I might have to break my rule. I know I kind of broke my rule about summons with D, just that once, but I might have to do this with the half-wolf as well, because this dude is cool as fuck. Okay, the fanged imps are still here, so there is more to. Oh, there is a downstairs. I see. Okay, there is a downstairs to these ruins. Let's just finish exploring up top here. Make sure that I don't overlook any loot that might be hiding around. Golden Rune 2, another sign that maybe we should have been here a little sooner, but better late than never. We are checking out the Mistwood. Checking out the Mistwood ruins, correct? And I'll be interested to see. Oh, there's a chest here too. Oh shit. Oh shit. I don't know if we're ever going to be able to, like, if there is a way to tell. There probably will be a way to tell when you are dealing with a trap chest, right? Maybe. Not that I will know when I see one necessarily, or not that I will be able to tell. I'm wondering if we need to, like, reload the game. I'm wondering if sitting at a bonfire or reloading the game would be enough to trigger the next bit of dialogue. Since we did clearly take on Bloodhound, was it Bloodhound Knight Darrowell? But I don't want to do that just yet because I'm not sure if my summons go away. So let's go down here first and see what sort of trouble we are getting into below the Mistwood ruins. Since they are... Oh, it's a chest. Oh, goody, goody. Goody, goody. Like, would attacking a transporter trap chest be... Would that even do anything? Would it even do a damn thing? An axe talisman. That's, yeah, that's fine. An axe talisman. Enhances charge attacks. Wait, didn't we already have something like this? Didn't we already have something that enhances charge attacks? What am I thinking of? What am I... Not sure what I'm thinking of, but a talisman depicting an axe and a warrior. The lord who led the long march bore an axe. and his loyal warriors honored him by wielding axes of their own, making them very effective at dealing decisive blows. I might want to play around with this. Charge attacks are supposed to be another effective way at breaking stance. Should we try this on for size? What happens if we... So if we de-equip this Erd Tree's Favor, we lose 20 points in HP. We lose actually 7 points in stamina. I don't know if I had noticed that before. And we also lose... I'm not totally sure how much we lose in equip load. Something like 2. Well, stamina and equip load are both tied to endurance. So it feels like you're losing like almost a full point on, if you were thinking about attribute points here, like almost a full attribute point in vigor, and something like, we haven't leveled endurance in a while, so I don't remember how many points of stamina we were getting. But is that like 2 points in endurance? So is this talisman really worth like 3 attribute points? It's pretty good. That's the Crimson Amber only that is worth 40 points in FP, so that's more like 1.5 points in vigor. I'll be thinking a little bit more at some point. I'll be trying to do a little bit more of an apples to apples comparison on these as much as I can. But as of right now, I think let's try out the new talisman. Let's just we are losing a fair bit in HP, but we are also in a zone that hopefully is not going to be quite as taxing as what we've been accustomed to in Liurnia East. We'll see, we'll see. Now, okay, so then where do we want to go with our imp friends? I want to get max use out of them. Usually they disappear once you have dispatched with all the enemies in an area, but I'm not exactly sure where that is. So I guess let's keep looking around here. They're not hanging around to help me out with the deer, I'm pretty sure. So who else? Is there another grizzly bear around? Is it you? Is it you? Not you. What else am I missing here? It feels like they should be... like they're here specifically for the ruins, are they not? What else is there to do with the ruins? I mean, it could be that there is, they're just not disappearing. I don't know. Or they're just meant to continue throughout the rest of the woods. And if we head to the south here, eventually they're gonna, like, disappear. That would be my guess. Yeah, we've reached... So, this area around... Maybe I don't worry then about getting full value out of my imps. And what I will do, though, is I will... Since we are... I don't want to leave just yet before I try to do a game reload. Because I want to see if that progresses his... the Half-Wolf's dialogue. So let me quickly reload the game here and see if we can get more out of our friend. Whoa! Okay, that was startling. Okay. I was, first of all, not expecting the walls to come smashing down the way that they had done when the grizzly bear was going apeshit. Is that a thing? Do grizzly bears don't go apeshit? They what do grizzly bears do? They go cocaine bear. The half-wolf is gone. So Sag. Can we find on the map where he has gone? Would he ever have gone over to where the Everjail is? I kind of want to check that out, but I also want to keep exploring in this area. We did lose our imps, which is not a big deal. What I think we're going to do for now... So the half-wolf has moved on. He has moved on. I was thinking that might be a possibility if we have indeed done what we were supposed to do with Darrowell. But now we got to figure out where he's gone. It could be that he's on the map somewhere. Sometimes the map reveals to you the location of NPCs, even though, like, we've never been over here, but we know there's a finger reader crone. I'm just doing a quick overview here just to see, are there any new NPC icons that I have not seen before? And the answer is no, at least from what I'm seeing. So, okay, with that, let's reactivate our lantern, and we will get back on the road. Let's put a marker. Just put a marker right there. Just give myself a little bit more of a proper bearings as we head on away from... We'll quickly take out a boar and get some more shit and make our way. Here's the road. Here is the road. Ooh, what is this? A summon sign? It's a message. I was hoping for a second that it was a summon from you're giving me some bad vibes. Get out of here. Who's growling at me? Let's just read the message. Open for business? What? Open for business? Oh. Oh. Okay, we put on this talisman with charge attacks. Does it affect charged lightning bolts? Okay, that was a 460. That was also a 460. Now, I need one more of you to test. And I need you to be not aware of me so we can get apples to apples here. Let's go back to something else and see if we can get... Also 460. I think it only affects melee weapons. I don't think it affects spells. So, but that's okay. Potentially that is still fine. We will try to... maybe we'll just go two-handed here to focus on... Thing is, these guys are so weak. It's like kind of pointless to use charge attacks against them. Maybe this guy, it is a good idea. The big dudes have a little bit more health. And we get some flashback. Open for business. What the hell? Is there supposed to be... Oh, I get it. There's a merchant.
Ah, welcome, dear customer. Yes, right this way. Right this way.
He's so welcoming, too. He is much more welcoming than the rest of his buddies. He's got a nice royal purple outfit here. Kale and this guy, I think, seem to have the most decorative outfits.
Welcome, dear customer.
Patience.
Yes, right this way.
Patience.
Right this way.
Okay. They just wanted to make sure that we didn't miss the merchant hiding over here.
Welcome,
with that message.
Customer. Come, trade in our wandering emporium. Please, buy something. I'm hungry. I've been hungry so long. Please?
I understand a man's got to eat. A very minor suggestion. Setting up shop off the beaten path in the middle of a misty wood. May want to rethink that. He's got cookbooks. God damn it. 5. And Armor's Cookbook 3. I don't even necessarily want to look at the description. I'm just buying these right off the bat. Oh my god. A beast lure pot. Ooh. Is that actually the alluring skull? And exalted flesh. Okay. So we've got 2 new cookbooks, which we are slamming the buy button on those. And what else do you have? You got festering bloody finger, sliver of meat, some different crafting mats here if you are We're running low on stuff. Good to know, good to know. Hand axe. Okay. Arrows, St. Trina's arrows. You sell 10 of those. We did pick up some of these in the castle, right? Stormvale. Have not used them yet, but they have a sleep effect attached to them. Where would that be useful? Question mark. A riveted wooden shield. And a blue gold kite shield. The design represents the Erd tree foregrounded against a blue sky. It is a very low resolution, undetailed version of the Erd tree, but yeah, I guess if you don't look too closely, I could see it. Good stuff. All right. Good to find another nomadic merchant, which I'm sure now has been added to our... Yeah, this is... you got to think about the... I know you're near a minor Erd tree, I suppose, but you know, just, you know, next to the highway. Might be a little... I don't know, maybe he's been having to... The demi-humans have been coming along and have been taking his shit. And so he had to move to a little bit more of a secluded... Maybe the demi-humans can't read these messages. Only the tarnished that actually have money and are going to buy stuff instead of steal it from him. He probably has his reasons. Okay, there is a spirit here as well, which I had seen. As we were battling the demi-humans. Let's check this guy out. Do you have a jester's hat? What is the hat that you have on? Or is it a chef's hat? What is going on with this guy? Huh. Alrighty. Oh, and it looks like you've got a horn? Oh, okay. All right. I think this guy might be like a court jester. That's the vibe I'm getting, at least, with that hat and the horn. What's your deal? The demi-humans wax wroth. Now their mother's been taken. Where are you, Lord Kenneth? The night, bedeviled by blood. Okay, Lord Kenneth. I think that's the guy that we encountered when we first came in through this area, Kenneth Haight. So we need to go back and talk to him. Let me read this again. The demi-human's mother? The demi-humans wax wroth. What the hell is that? Now their mother's been taken. Where are you, Lord Kenneth? The night bedeviled by blood. Didn't we have... I'm going to check quickly box dialogue that I've taken note of, at least. Didn't he have something about his mother being a seamstress or something? Didn't he have something about... They pushed him out of the cave, told him never to come back. I'm not seeing... Let me first search for... Not seeing anything like that in his dialogue, so I might be misremembering what I read before. Okay, this is a bit more of a significant structure than I realized at first. Looks more like a fort. And there was some arrows being fired there? Is that what I saw? Hold on. What am I seeing here? Yeah, somebody's got a ballista or something that they are firing at demi-humans. So we kind of probably, we want to make a run for the wall, right? So we get out of line of sight of that thing. Probably is what we want to do. Let's see. Oh, I was looking around. I was surveying, and I did manage to spot a site of grace. Because I was thinking for a second, would they actually put... I originally was thinking maybe this is like a church. Like we were going to get like our 6th sacred tier. And there'd be a site of grace in the church. But then I realized, oh, it's more like a fort. So maybe there's not a site of grace, or at least one that's easily accessible. Maybe we'll get one inside Fort Haight. West. Interesting. So this is Kenneth Haight's fort? What the hell is he doing over here? Has he lost it? Okay, I don't think we need this anymore. All right. Do I want to redistribute my flasks? Maybe slightly. Maybe slightly. How's the wondrous physic? I think this is okay. I like this as a general purpose mix. I like this as a general purpose setup. Charge spell, quick spell, healing spell. I do want more memory slots though. And then we'll go 5-3. Let's go 5-3, I think. 4-4 is interesting, but if we're going into more of a assaulting a fort, I mean, maybe I should stick with 6-2. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to go with 5-3. We'll find out here. Probably doesn't matter. Probably doesn't matter either way. Let's pick up a mushroom. And we will explore in this direction a bit before we decide to... Oh, okay. Just death. Just death. There is a beach down here with an octopus. Cool. We will get to you eventually. But first, we have a fort to deal with. Fort Haight. Definitely would not have expected Fort Haight to be the name of this place. They do give us summons. Okay. I think I'm actually... Let's go... I want to get variety with my ashes. So what we're going to do is we're going to quickly head back to the hold, go back to round table, and we're going to do a little spirit tuning. And we're going to power something up. I don't know what yet. I want to look at my options. So I need to remember when I zone in, it's just directly across the table. You just make your way straight across, and that's your oh, there's also, this is America, isn't it? Have I seen this before? America against the Erd Tree. Doing not quite the T-pose. This is another detail that I'm wondering about. We've seen the male statue that is doing a much more straight, what do you call it? A 90-degree T-pose. The angles are much more... It's an actual perpendicular T-pose. This one is more like, it's not really a T so much as it's like a, I don't know. It's a very small detail that I don't know if is significant, but I'm noticing the difference in the arm angles in these poses. Hi, Fia. I don't need a hug right now, though. Thanks. Hope you're doing well.
Greetings. Are you here for spirit tuning?
I know Roderica always seems to be doing well. She always looks so just completely absorbed in something very deep and I never know what to make of it. We have not done the page, have we? Let's think about this. We're actually very low on the Grave Glovewort 2. I might need to go farm that. If I can remember where to farm it. Was the Death Touch Catacombs? But we have still a fair bit of Grave Glovewort 3. So the Fanged Imbashes are at +3. We have only 2 of the level 4. So let's not worry about getting anything to +5 yet. Let's just get the page. Let's do the page. We haven't tried this one yet. We're going to do the page. Switch this over. Spirit of a page who traveled at the side of the noble he served. Piercing sword and crossbow. Yeah, let's see how this guy does. Let's check him out. Head back to the starting to get a little lost in thought here. We need to head back to the fort. I'm just not sure if it's faster to... Oh, look at this. Look at this. I had been looking at, off camera, I'd been looking at the ordering of these sites of grace. Which may not be, I might read too much into this. But it's very curious to note that you go first step, Church of Ella, and then Gatefront. But then it goes to the Waypoint Ruins cellar, and then the Third Church of America, and then Fort Haight West. It's probably not suggesting the order that you're supposed to play the game in, but it's interesting to note that those are sorted so much more highly on the list. Interesting to think about. So we have charged attacks as one of our as our talisman here. So we'll try to work charged attacks into our combinations of moves. And let's see what we've got going on here. I think, yeah, so we've got some demi-humans that are attacking the fort. And let's just run right up in here. Try to get right up. Get to a spot where we can summon. Wait, did I not switch these? What the hell? Completely did not switch these. Oopsie. Whoopsie. And let's go off of horseback here. So now we are back. Now that we're back in Limgrave, I think we once again are dealing with Godric's soldiers. Oh my god, there's a golden seed. Oh, hello. Hello. Dude is right on my ass. Oh my god, a pumpkin head. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm trying to switch to my bestial vitality here to get myself. I want to get the value of my trickle heal. And we're getting charge attacks here. Trying to get charge attacks. Throw them into things. Okay, Pumpkinhead. Mad Pumpkinhead. Showing back up randomly. What the hell? So, Kenneth Haight has been recruiting the Pumpkinheads to his side. But holy shit, there is a golden seed over there. Amazing. Amazing. Look at what we could have found all this time ago. Golden seed. Still need one more of those before we can get another flask, but I have been hoping and praying for golden seeds, and we finally have our wish. Let's check over here a little bit. But it looks like just some Roa fruit. And we don't want our page. We don't want our page to zone out. So, Tree and Beast Surcoat. And then this looked like Blood Rose. It is Blood Rose. Okay. All right. I think we're going inside. I think we are going in. We're going into the fort. What are we going to find in here? We're going to find... Oh, who are you in combat with? Who the hell are you aggroed to? Okay. I see firebomb throwing guys from Castle Stormvale. And I see explosive barrels. So there are bound to be some traps around. Fort Haight. Fort Haight. There was also a gigantic... Holy shit. Okay. Where were you? Oh, you're up here. I see you. Aha, I am out of your range. Out of your range. Did I really... Fuck. God damn it. Because I didn't get a headshot. He survived. Oh, I could have let you... I forgot, you have a crossbow. So you can... You've got the ranged abilities as well. There was a rat here? Did you take that rat out? I completely missed that there was a rat. I was very much distracted by the big boy here. Although you don't seem quite as big as the stone digger trolls. So I am wondering... No, this guy... Oh, it's a demi-human, isn't it? A demi-human chief? Fascinating. So we're seeing a bit of the conflict between the demi-humans and the forces of Godric. Although this is Fort Haight. Is Haight affiliated with Godric? I might need to review his dialogue. Looks like more blood rose down here. Oh, okay. The rats are coming out of the woodwork. Coming out of the woodwork. And more blood rose. Where are these rats coming from? What the hell? The actual hell is going on here? More demi-humans. The demi-humans are assaulting the fort. Why? Why are they doing it? So it looks like there's a door into the fort. And then we have a way up on top here. Possibly to take out the archer. Yeah, I see you. I see you. I could be getting some value. Well, if I had been able to get a backstab, I might have been able to get some value if I had one of my daggers equipped. But I forgot that you can't backstab the guys when they are at... They're like, it's like they're immune to backstabs when they are... Thank you. Okay, this page is actually incredibly useful because of his range. I love the fiery crossbow. He's able to engage these enemies at a distance. But when there is a guy who is manning a ballista, I think this is a ballista. Whatever this is, he can't be backstabbed. There's anti-backstab tech that has been employed. All right, I took a little break, so the time of day is a little bit progressed, but we are moving forward here. And oh, hello there. Hello there. I would like to get this. I almost directly dodged into that attack. I forgot we have charge attacks here. Hold on. My page fell down, though. Ow. Oh my god, these enemies hit so much. So much. Well. Oh, what is he doing with his sword? There is a blood affix. Okay, ow. As soon as I say that the enemies hit so much less hard than they do in Liurnia, god damn it. The greatsword attack patterns. The greatsword attack patterns have there's a lot of similarities to Crucible Knight. A lot of similarities there. And the delay on the greatsword stuff is just so tailor-made to take advantage of panic rolls. Okay, I don't know if I love this charge attack talisman. Pigeonholing myself into trying to do charge attacks all the time. It definitely wasn't very good against that guy. Jump attacks, though, on the other hand? Maybe. Or we just stick with as much HP as possible. That could be a thing as well. I don't know. Can we... it would probably be a good idea for us to give ourselves... Oh, this raises our resistance to blood loss, doesn't it? That could be a play when we go to fight that guy. We should not have had as much trouble as we did there. We lost our page, which was not great to start the sequence. But then I was just being a dingus. Do I want my Flask of Wondrous Physic the way it is? It's probably fine. Actually, we're gonna respect the Wondrous Physic, and we're gonna switch things around here a little bit. We're gonna go with Electrify Armament. That's what I want to do. We're gonna do that, and we're going to give our Wondrous Physic Lightning. Boost the lightning. Let's go. I think the flask setup is fine. Fine-ish. And we need to get our runes back. We definitely need the runes back in the mix. So let's get back up to where we can summon. There's a few things we need to do as well. We need to remember to... We need to remember... What am I trying to say here? We need to remember to go, and there's a couple places we need to visit to try and track down the Half-Wolf. We can actually... I just remembered, I just realized that Merchant Kale would be a good place to check. Merchant Kale. Because Merchant Kale seems to know stuff about the Half-Wolf. Where's the pumpkin head? Where the hell is the pumpkin head? There he is. Okay. I want you. Oh, he puts down his what in the world? What in the world? So he throws down his what is this thing supposed to be? Like, here, let's time to battle to the death. That's pretty cool. Wow, we both went just right past each other. All right, back into the fort. Let's get ready to take out the, oh, we're gonna lose our electrify armament here if I switch to my bow, so hold on. Oh, never mind. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. It was meant to be. You gonna throw? You gonna throw? Yeah, I wanted to get you to throw what you're gonna do before I... God damn it. Fuck me. Really just professional level samurai here with the bow. There we go. We got you this time. We got you. And I want my electricity back. I probably don't need it against freaking rats or whatever that we're... I don't know where you're coming from, though. Do not know for the life of me where these rats are spawning from. Are they coming out of the ground? What is going on here? Oh, they're hiding behind the barriers. That's where they're at. And then there was just one patrolling right here. Okay. Yeah, right, all right. We're figuring it out. We're getting it together here, and we're getting close to getting our runes back. So we need to try to make it to the... oh, this guy's up here, too. I'll get you in a second. Give me a moment, and I will get to you. So... Oh, he just decided to sit down. Okay, sure. Let's just get into the action here. Or, I don't want to take on the guy on the roof just yet. I want to do a little bit of prep here. I want to... Nope, okay, never mind. So, let's go get our runes. Let's go get our runes. And then we're going to drink our flask of wondrous physic. Ooh, that's a cool move. That was a pretty cool move. And we get your Ash of War, Bloody Slash. Okay, we didn't need to put on our... I was thinking like, oh, we're going to spec in our Blood Loss Talisman and all this stuff. Better plan. Just hit the dang enemy. Hit him until he's dead. Let's check out our new Ash of War. So many cool Ashes of War to try at some point. Who knows when? Usable on swords. Colossal weapons accepted. Bloody Slash. Blood Oath skill granted by the Lord of Blood. From a low stance, coat the blade in your own blood to unleash a rending blood slash in a wide arc. That was very cool looking. What's going on here at Fort Haight? We've got the, oh, I've got my Flask of Wondrous Physic. That is what's giving me the whole lightning effect. Yeah, I was gonna say, we've got all these blood roses, and then we've got a guy with a Lord of Blood Ash of War. What is going on with all that? What is the deal with... Do I still have my lantern on? I did not have my lantern on. There is a ladder. Okay. Let's go. Up to the top, and maybe we will still have our electrify armament. Or we can shoot some lightning spears while we still have the effect. Oh, there's platforms here to the side. Okay, are we going to be doing a jump puzzle down? What's up with that? Whoa. Okay, that kind of startled me because I thought this was an enemy, but apparently our page can just like transport himself. Okay, and you can also just take out some boxes randomly. Fuck these boxes. So he can just, he's like, he doesn't even need to climb ladders because I'm a spirit. It's the benefits of being a spirit. You just get to, oh shit. Dectus medallion left. Oh, dude, I think this is a half crescent. The Grand Lift of Dectus. Holy shit. Holy shit. Join medallions to operate Grand Lift of Dectus. Left half of a split medallion depicting the Erd Tree. Brandishing the medallion with both halves conjoined will activate the Grand Lift of Dectus, connecting the Altus Plateau to Liurnia. I was wondering, where's the right half? The right half is said to reside in Fort Ferrith, in the Dragon Barrow, far to the east. Whoa, now that is a clue, is it not? Because we have been to the Dragon Barrow, have we not? Question mark? This is the Bestial Sanctum. But somewhere nearby here, because this is the Dragon Barrow. Fort Ferrith, is that what it said? Oh, this is fascinating. This is totally unexpected. This is definitely not where I would have expected to find a half crescent. Fort Haight. That's so cool. I'm so excited that we are exploring where I think the game probably wanted us to explore quite some time ago. We really need to go and check with this guy. I hope we haven't screwed anything up by coming here first before getting his dialogue. But then I also want to check, regarding the Half-Wolf. I want to check here at the Everjail, and I want to check at Merchant Calle, and maybe we need to take a closer look around the hold. It's possible that he went back to the Round Table hold. So what do we want to do first? Let's just do another once over of the fort here to make sure that we haven't missed anything. I'm going to put on some Bestial Vitality. How many flasks do I have? Plenty. It's interesting they give us these little platforms, though, just to allow us to bypass the ladder a little more quickly. Curious. And then, man, he just gets to... Do all our spirits get to do that? I don't know if I had noticed that before. How did we die to your ass? How the fuck did that happen? You get overconfident. That's how it happens. Never get overconfident, kids. That is prime You are just asking for it in a Dark Souls game. What's over here? Not sure that I want to be falling down there. There's a piece of loot here. But it also feels like a place where I would get ambushed. I don't know why. A smithing stone level 1. Can we get over there? Probably going to fall to my death here if I'm not careful. I don't think we can get over to where this wall is broken. And even if we could, I don't think it actually gets us anywhere. I think that's it. No, wait, there's a part down here that goes inside. We did not check in here yet, did we? We did not. Okay, we're going to go lightning bolts here. Did I just get a refill on flasks? I did. From killing rats? I'll take it. Whoop. Oh, that's just you. That's just you. It's just my page. He apparently has... He can teleport when there are ladders involved, but otherwise he is restricted to the normal rules of gravity. Wait a second. Never mind. Never mind. Nothing personal, kid. Teleports behind you. What the fuck? Maybe it's just the page. Because I feel like my other spirits have not been equipped with that sort of trick. Here's the armory in here. The badass swords that they've been holding on to, as well as what appears to be a modeled shield. Is that what I'm seeing? Or is it just has it just taken some gunfire? We haven't seen any guns in this game, have we? Guns are not a thing in Elden Ring, are they? Just like there's no mimics in Elden Ring. Oh my god, another cookbook. I think we found the cookbooks, kiddos. I think we found the cookbooks, ladies and gentlemen. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? We didn't even check the item crafting for the other stuff. I forgot. I forgot. Let's check this cookbook. Holy shit. We found the gap in our... I sure was missing some stuff. Okay, I am still missing a Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 3, but at this rate, it's going to be somewhere in the Mistwood, or maybe Kenneth Haight has it. Because holy shit. Whoa, okay. We got the hookup on the blood items here. Blood grease, drawstring blood grease, blood bone arrow, all kinds of... Okay, all right. So if bleeding is your thing, and it kind of is with our Uchigatana, could we enhance it even further with blood grease? Let's check our item crafting here because I want to see what these require. Oh shit, and we can craft exalted flesh. That's what arteria leaves are used for. Oh fuck. It also takes 5 Roa fruit, but don't worry, we got Roa fruit. Okay, wow. This takes lump of flesh, hefty beast bones, and arteria leaf. Fascinating. That's probably a pretty good item. The wheels are turning as to... the limiting factor is going to be arteria leaves. They don't want you crafting these endlessly. So I'm going to be curious to see what else. It would be nice if you could, like, look at your crafting materials and get a list of items that they're utilized for. So we could just look at arteria leaf and see, here's all the things that you can craft using this item. And here is the beast lure pot. It uses FP, but it lures beasts only. And you need beast blood for it. Throw to create a red shadow, enchanted with assassin incantations. The illusion lures in beasts into attacking it. The effect does not change even during combat. What would be the usefulness of this? Would this... Oh, well, okay. It would be just like a blood cocktail in Bloodborne, right? Or an alluring skull. I'd never really used alluring skulls, if I'm being honest, in any of the Dark Souls games. But the idea, I think, in Bloodborne was you would just throw this thing on the ground, and the enemy goes ham trying to attack the red shadow. And meanwhile, you're getting all sorts of backstabs or charge attacks, and it's just a distraction. It allows you to attack an enemy, but it's only useful against beasts. Yo. Oh. This could be really useful against the grizzlies, couldn't it? This might be worth crafting. Because if we're... The next time we come across a big grizzly, although we didn't have much trouble against the ones here in Mistwood. Okay, we'll think about this one. I'm getting some ideas. We're finally... Oh my god. How long have we gone now? With these gaps in our crafting repertoire. Blood grease. We can use blood rose on that. All these items that have been accumulating, stockpiling in our crafting materials that we can now make use of. And I want to craft... We already have 2 of these, actually. We already have 2 of these. Yep. What was I thinking of? Let's just look through the rest. I want to check and see if we can apply the blood grease to our Uchi Katana. If we can apply fire grease, I would imagine we can apply blood grease. But I do want to check. What other new stuff have we added? The blood bone arrows. Another use for the blood roses. Cool. So farming some blood roses would not be a bad idea. Because bleed is very useful. Lots of enemies that succumb to the bleeding. All right, cool. This feels good. Feels good to be finally getting stuff we should have gotten a long time ago. I can imagine being somebody watching the playthrough, knowing, having a much fuller knowledge as to what is in the game and where you should go to get all the different items that I have been wondering about because I don't know shit. And just waiting. Oh man, if only he would just start exploring. I can't use my can't use Torrent in here. If only he would just start exploring to the east. He would have so many answers to his questions. How did I miss that bird? How the hell did I miss? Okay, we can go around the fort, so let's quickly do that. And then we need to... We've got a few places that we need to go quickly check as well. One of them being... I think we need to make a head straight for Mr. Haight. Because we need to get some input from him. We've already ransacked his fort. And we got to see what he has to say about it. What you gonna do about it, the great Kenneth Haight, huh? Huh? What you gonna do? Now that I've taken all your blood rose, I've taken all your cookbooks. All your forts are belong to us. And your golden seed. I've already forgot we picked up a golden seed. Where did our page go? Our page is still alive, but he's chilling in the fort. He doesn't want to leave. He's like, I'm good. I'm gonna take over the fort now. You go on ahead, out into the wild. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Is there another fort over there? Off in the distance, I think. I haven't really looked around. Oh, there's the page. He's a little stuck. How come you can't teleport past those rocks, huh? What happened to your cool teleporting skills? What is over here? What is over here? What is the deal with these I think I've seen these. I had looked with like the bird's eye telescope a long time ago, I think, at this area. And I was like, is this snow? Or what? What the hell is going on over there? It looks more actually like, I don't know, some weird mushrooms or decay or something. And then another fort up there. And a minor Erd tree. And this is the Divine Tower of Limgrave, isn't it? Yeah, we've been there. We've been there. Oh, it is rotted, isn't it? This is the area here. Maybe this is part of Caelid. There's a crone out here eventually we've got to visit. So much stuff to do in this freaking game. I think that's the first step. Over there. Maybe not. No, it's something else. It's the ruins. Okay, it's the ruins that we... The encampment that we... Let's quickly head here. We're just going to do this first, because it feels like this is actually the least likely place that the half-wolf would show up. So let's go over here and just see if he happens to be in the neighborhood. But I kind of doubt it. No! Never mind! He's right here. He's right fucking here. He's not on the map yet. But look at that. Look at that. Hi. Have I told you how fucking cool you are? His sword is all bloody. Don't know if I'd noticed that before, but of course, you're going to be putting that sword to use. Hi.
Right. There you are. Had to work for it, but it's done. Don't say I'm not a man of my word. Here's your prize.
I had to work for it, but it's done? Are you trying... Okay. I did just say that you are cool as hell. But are you trying to take credit for this? Because, you know, we sort of took care of that. That was sort of my thing. You're not one of these guys that swoops in after the fact and takes all the credit. And you just carry around a big ass sword, and so nobody questions it. Also because you're like a giant compared to everybody else. Don't break my pristine fanboy image that I have of Blaidd the Half-Wolf.
Oh yes, I should say, if you venture north to Rea Lucaria and come across a venerable blacksmith who's a little on the large side, tell him I sent you, and he'll be sure to treat you right. I owe you one, I reckon.
Fascinating. So there is a giant blacksmith in Rea Lucaria? Is that what you're telling us? Or is he more on the if the half-wolf is saying that he's on the large side?
That's enough chit-chat for now. It's time we parted ways.
Okay. Back to business.
That's enough chit-chat for this time we parted ways.
I see. So it sounds like we're probably going to be reconvening with him in Rea Lucaria, potentially. Who knows? Maybe he heads back to the... I kind of hope this guy heads back to the hold. Because I want more... I need more half-wolf in my life. Just don't go taking credit for stuff that I've done. I do have my boundaries, okay? I'm not going to let you walk all over a tarnished, even as much of a fanboy as I am. Okay, so we found the half-wolf. That is one... Oh, there he is now on the map. Cool. So we don't have to go... Well, I take it back, actually. We should go check with Merchant Kali and see if he has any follow-up dialogue. Because he initially did give us the way, the ability, the gesture that introduced us to the cool as hell half-wolf. So,
It's you again. Always a pleasure.
at
To purchase anything?
At the very least, I'd kind of like to thank him. He does have some follow-up dialogue. Okay, cool. What do you know about this guy? Give me the deets.
Then you met Blaidd, did you? Wonderful. I'm glad I pointed you in his direction. He's boorish, blunt, and couldn't find his nose with both hands. But he's a good egg. I think the two of you are sure to find the best in one another.
I think so too. As long as he knows, I'm gonna need to keep an eye on Blaidd. It sounds almost like they're saying Blaidd with a TH sound. I could be mishearing things. I just don't want him taking credit for my kills. That's all. As long as we keep that straight, I think we'll be good. We've also been finding some cookbooks, so I think you'll be proud of us, Kale, that we're finally coming up in the world. If only we had listened a little more closely to your clue that you tried to give us a long fucking time ago.
For now.
This clue, I feel like it is a little bit, I don't know how you all, if most players are confused by this at all, but I'm just a very literalist thinker, and so we had not come across anything called the Third Church of America. We hadn't come across anything called the Mistwood. And when it says cross the highway bridge and follow the animal trail north, it's not like I was probably being a little too, I just wasn't quite connecting the dots and thinking, oh, this is clearly the highway bridge and there's clearly a way to turn north and head over into this area. And also I have my, way of organizing things that says, nope, this is, do not explore into the area that we don't have a map for yet. So it is what it is. We're finally starting to make some progress in places which we were going to get to one way or the other. It's an open world game and you're going to eventually explore everything. It just is, everybody's order is going to be a little different and unique. Okay, let's see if we can track down Mr. Haight, if he is still in the area. Hopefully. I think I see him up there. See if he's still rambling on about whatever he was going on about last time.
Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Haight, servant to the true order and celebrated repudiator of the false. Oh, Erdtree, grant me succor.
You do realize that
Hello? Is anybody there?
outside of me,
Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Haight, servant to the true order and celebrated repudiator of the false. Oh, Erdtree, grant me succor.
I guess he is at least facing the Erdtree, so he
Hello?
sort of has an audience.
Is anybody there? Ah, you've come to lend me your aid, have you? Well, that's very kind, but no, the help is very much appreciated, even from a tarnished.
Excuse me.
Despite appearances, nobility is no prerequisite to serving the true order. You might have heard of me, Kenneth Haight. Next in line is the rightful ruler of Limgrave.
Is that so?
Untarnished. I would have a boon of you. I want you to take back my fort.
Ah!
It lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. A knight commander from Stormvale took it. A fool, and plumb mad to boot. Simply obsessed with blood.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, okay. We were introduced to that guy. He did kick our ass once. But we got our revenge. It's so funny, the order that we are doing things in here. We first talked to the half-wolf, and he's like, can you please go kill Darrowil for us? Way ahead of you. Haight, can you please take back my fort? way ahead of you. This is totally 100% scripted playthrough because we are reading the minds of the NPCs that we are talking to in advance and just taking care of business ahead of schedule.
What's this, kind sir? Remarkable. The Knight Commander dead. Already? Well, a blessing if ever I chanced upon one. Fine work, I say. Fine work indeed.
You're welcome.
I doubt that it was your intention, but the deed is done, and I commend you. Now, this is your reward. Go on. It's yours for the keeping.
Ooh, gives us an Erd Steel dagger. That sounds very cool. We'll check that out in just a second here. Let's get the rest of Mr. Haight's dialogue.
Right then. Time for me to head to the fort. I've much to do. First, I'll have to re-establish communication with the demi-humans. What's that look? You don't believe me? Well, under the Erd Tree, commingling with the demi-humans is made possible. Even the vulgar shall not be left behind, under the rule of true order. Which is why I, Kenneth Haight, next in line as the rightful ruler of Limgrave, have sworn to uphold it. Just you watch, my friend. Just you watch.
Re-establishing communication with the demi-humans. Which is possible because of the Erd Tree?
Ah, yes. I've been meaning to ask. Would you like to enter my service? I see bright things in your future, stout warrior. Enter into my service and learn the workings of the Erd Tree's true order. And who knows? Perhaps sometime down the line, the grace of gold will return to those tarnished eyes of yours. What say you? A fine accord, is it not?
We're gonna say yes. I'm thinking that I'm wondering if this is... I keep expecting there to be some sort of a covenant or covenants with all my experience with Dark Souls, which was not my favorite part of Dark Souls because covenants tended to be, well, some of them were PvP oriented, but some of them were co-op oriented. But usually I'm kind of I'm a player that's happy to go it alone. But okay, the default is to say yes. Pledge service. I hope we're not getting into something that I think we're kind of siding with the I don't know, the Golden Order, kind of. We're going the incantation route, although there are so many different styles of incantation. If we're just thinking from like a roleplay perspective for our faith-based samurai, I think pledging ourselves to Mr. Haight is probably in line with that? Question mark?
Very well indeed. I knew I saw something in you. I shall await you at my fort. We shall hold a ceremony for your knighting there, I think. I see great things ahead of us. We are truly by the Erd Tree blessed.
Okay. All right. I will head back to the fort ASAP.
Right then. Time for me to head to the fort. I've much to do. First, I'll have to re-establish...
Cool.
Right then. I've much...
All right. Interesting. What to make of all that? Oh, I see I do see a plot of graves, plot of coffins up here with plenty of souls to be looted at some point. We also have the ability to summon here. So let's bring our page back into the battlefield, and we will allow Mr. Haight to make it his way back to the fort. In the meantime, we're just going to quickly clear out some demi-humans. Hopefully that's not going to clear, that's not going to affect the communication with, the lines of communication that he is trying to reestablish. Still not totally sure exactly what are the differences in what significance the red eyes have. Magic grease. Cool. All right, we're just gonna have some fun. We don't even need the page, really. It looks like we're just gonna go all out with the lightning bolts, and we'll drink. Drink. Oh, I see some guys to the side that I had not noticed at first. And was that all of them? Well, the page is still here, so there are more demi-humans or somebody in the vicinity. We also, oh, we picked up a falchion. That reminds me, we picked up the Erdtree dagger, which I need to, or Erdsteel dagger, is that what it was? I just want to explore the rest of this area that has the, while we have the page on hand, but we are now in, since we are now in a part of the world where we're probably going to be just slightly out or over leveled for the content. You know, summoning the page is not obviously super necessary, but it's fun. I think we've killed these guys before, haven't we? I also had a feeling that they were going to be out of where the page is supposed to help us. So, okay, so I guess the summons don't always, because I'm not seeing any more enemies, but it looks like the summons don't actually just always disappear when you've killed all the enemies. I did not mean to turn off my lantern, I meant to loot. Unless we haven't covered the entire area where the summon is supposed to help us. Which could be the case with the ruins, right? When we were at the ruins earlier, it could be that we're supposed to go up here to where these coffins are, and cover this area with the page as well. Golden Rune 6, that's cool. And we've got a little bit more of a special item here. I was going to say Fever's cookbook, but it's more like Fivor. Who dat be? We are getting so many cookbooks though. Holy shit. What did we pick up? A sleep pot. A record of crafting techniques left by a man who was utterly captivated by Saint Trina. He continued the search for her in his slumber. This is what we're going to be using Trina's lilies for. I know it already. There it is. Cause buildup of sleep. Okay, okay. Have we had sleep, the sleep status? Have we been affected by it yet? I don't think so. But it does say Trina's lilies are exceedingly rare to find. I feel like we have found so many more of these than we have Arteria leaves. Cool. Oh my gosh, we are finding good stuff. Good pickups here. Refilling our piggy bank of runes as well. And I wish I had more work for you, Mr. Page. Are you supposed to help me with the Stone Digger troll down below? Is that what you're hanging around for? I just want to see if I can get to the outer reaches of where the page is allowed to go. What is up here? Okay, this is another part of the new section of the map leading away over from the Saints Bridge. Okay, so when we want to explore up here, we can just head straight from the site of grace there. I was thinking we might need to do like some fancy parkour with the gravestones, but I don't think these are really meant to go up. Maybe some of these you could like double jump to using Torrent, and we did do that a little bit back in Liurnia when we got up to the Everjail. The Flame God Everjail dude. The Thief. So there is a little bit of parkour you can do with the tombstones, but they do seem to generally be for falling. This page is getting so bored right now. He's like, dude, I've got like some sick teleport skills and everything. And just Give me something that I can... give me some enemies or something that I can use them on. I'm looking, dude. I'm looking. I can't find any. I can't find any more enemies. There might be like some demi-humans that are burrowed underground. Maybe that's what it is. I feel like we're gonna lose the page though. Right? What's that sound? What's that sound? What am I hearing? Who's whistling at me? Somebody's whistling. I don't know if they're whistling at me though. But somebody is whistling. Was it the page? I'm so confused right now. What the hell is going on anymore? Alright, maybe we are supposed to take on this Stone Digger troll. Maybe this is the last guy before we lose or conclude our the services of our page. Ooh. Is the page still around? Oh, we are right by the Third Church of America, aren't we? Aren't we? Maybe I don't fully understand the mechanics of the page, or it could just be that the area that they are allowing us to take the page with us is just that much more expansive than normal. You really had to fall down here, huh? There might just be a lot more of wide open spaces that they let you go with your page. That's an owl. And this is... Aha! Okay, so we have found the boundary at which the page is allowed to go. That's all I really want to do. I'm stuck in this mindset of getting value from my page. Oh, these wolves are dead. What? Or they were just... What the fuck? Is that a... Oh, it's a bear. Oh, shit. Okay. All right. So the big bear is hunting the wolves. This is crazy. And the page can't quite come here. Okay. So this is... Like, he can kind of come here? I want to get... I don't want my page to disappear, but I also want to fight the big grizzly bear. Before he completely loses or does in all the distractions, the wolves. Yo, oh, they actually stance broke him. Let me back up to see if I can keep from losing the page. Maybe we don't... Maybe the page doesn't disappear unless you actually walk too far away. Oh, there's another critical hit, which I was not close enough to take advantage of. Another opening to get a riposte. So the grizzly bears can have their stance broken, and it is so much nicer being able to take them on without them focusing on you. Okay. All right. I think we're good to go with the page. I think it's the page. We can go take a break, dude. You have been hanging around with not a lot happening for quite some time. I was kind of thinking there would be a cave at the end of this little ravine, but it was a battle to the death between the wolf pack and a big grizzly bear and some Trina's lilies. They were battling over the Trina's lilies, perhaps. Okay, so this part we can kind of say has been explored. We can take our Kenneth Haight marker off the map. Just want to take one more little look around here before I head back to the fort. But since we are... Oh, I see a scarab up there. Let's get the scarab real quick. There's also a turtle. Oh, the poor endangered turtles. Yo, maybe we are coming close to being able to finally cook some turtle meat. Ooh, Ash of War Sacred Blade. Another holy Ash of War. Does look like it. So they both give Sacred. This one does Sacred Blade, which grants armaments, attacks, Holy Essence, and fires off a golden blade projectile. What? The armament retains its Holy Essence for a while. Oh, man. Man, oh man. That sounds so sick. I mean, we could, you know, we've got 2 Uchi katanas, right? I've been waiting to get, like, the ability to duplicate Ashes of War. But maybe we just pull the trigger and actually throw one of these on the other Uchi. So we keep Unsheathed as an option. We do have Unsheathed just as an Art of War, Ash of War, that we can just go back to. Also, like, there's... I'm gonna keep thinking it over. There is a Spirit Spring that goes up to this portion of the plateau. Or this portion of the area. We want to explore this more in depth later. Let's go back to the fort first. And, we need to check in with Lord Haight. Because I think he might... Oh, okay. Trying to keep track of all the things that are going on here. I finally remembered this dagger that he gave us. It was a dagger, correct? Urge Steel Dagger. Quick step. Okay. An Urge Steel Dagger with a grass crest engraved upon its blade. Carried by the Erd Tree royalty for self-defense in times of peace. So I guess in times of war, they would carry something that's a little more battle ready. Though forged to a high standard, the weapon is difficult to wield. Attack power also scales with faith. I did not absorb that when I first looked at the attribute scaling. Dude. Well, that's freaking cool. I wonder if it levels with smithing stones. Dude. I actually want to try that out real quick. Hold on. Let's equip that because we can. And I'm guessing it's just going to have like the standard... Yeah, it's got the standard dagger moveset. And then you've got quick step, which we have not been messing around with. You know, another thing we've not messed around with either, which maybe we should experiment with, is we've been rolling around at medium load like the entire game. We very quickly at one point tested there's the naked man look. We very quickly tested the light load, and I had just sort of I don't know if I wrote it off per se, but I surmised that it felt very much like it did in DS3. And we were doing light rolling for a time in DS3, but I also found that the light rolling had the downside of, like, you were rolling out of reach of enemies in a lot of instances. And if you're a more melee-based character, that's going to be detrimental at times. Even though we did have a lightning spear build, I still kind of ended up, I don't know. The fashion souls is also a thing. Wearing clothing that just looks cool, there's something to be said about that. The naked man life can be fun. But I kind of like our samurai outfit. Now, will I like this dagger is the question. I don't suppose I would get, like, if I put the katana back here and then switch this to the dagger, would we get like any special moveset by having these two? Not quite. No, because it just goes, yeah. It's not like wielding the two Uchi katanas. It doesn't give you a special moveset there. There may be certain combinations of weapons other than dual Uchis that give you special attack combos. Don't want to know. I don't want that information. I may experiment on my own at some point. What am I trying to do here? I need to go see... I need to go see Lord Haight. So, does that mean that it's, this place is no longer hostile? It is no longer the scene of battle? It looks like it, because I think the ballista on the wall is gone. So we are not being fired upon. And there are no soldiers here anymore, it looks like. We still have the ability to summon. But, are we going to be attacked at all? Yes, because the demi-humans have taken over. Unless somehow the demi-humans are going to react. That we're not. Are they not hostile to us? No. They are hostile. Okay. We're gonna bring back our page. Bring the page. Page. Help. I thought we weren't gonna have any more combat here at Fort Haight, but not so fast. Not so fast. He said he was going to reestablish communication with the demi-humans. I don't know if that went so well. I think it might have not gone the way that he was hoping it would. Okay, we are pretty strong in comparison to the enemies in this zone, so... everything is fine. Everything is fine. Did this used to be an outpost for the demi-humans? Were they originally, was this their fort at some point back in the day? And now they've taken it back? We've seen these. I remember when we first saw these back when we took on the dual demi-human chiefs in that first cave way back when, these obelisks. I've seen these in a number of different places. I don't know if we might be seeing them if I think about this a little more closely. These may be demi-human related. Have we seen these in spots where there are not demi-humans? I'm not sure. We need to think. We need to think about it. Well, at the very least, they have cleaned out the rats. So, you know, that is one improvement that the demi-humans have made to the place. The rats are no longer anywhere to be seen. Are we going to find a Lord Haight, though? Is Lord Haight going to be... maybe he's up at the top? Or he's right here. So he is hanging around. We had to deal with a bunch of demi-humans. I hope that doesn't screw up your negotiations or whatever the hell you're engaged in.
Ah, you, is it? I suppose you must have seen it by now, yes. The sorry state of my fort. Oh, indeed, it is a foul fate for a land to be without a ruler. One must be found, with haste, and not that awful Godric, but a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave.
This guy doesn't seem that bad. I'm always a little wary of somebody who's like, I'm the right and proper lord. But yeah, he doesn't seem so bad. He's willing to admit when, you know, he's not... There's nothing to brag about when it comes to his fort here. And he definitely... I can agree with the sentiment that Godric sucks.
I'm sorry to have lifted your hopes, but I haven't the authority to raise you to knighthood as things stand. The great Kenneth Haight issues his sincerest apology. But now, I must begin my search post-haste for a true and stalwart lord of the proper lineage to take the reins of Limgrave.
Don't worry, I didn't have my hopes up. Okay, I guess he's not putting himself in at the reins. He needs to find somebody else. Interesting. Who might that be?
I must begin my search over a true and... I must begin...
All right, just making sure we are through the dialogue. Just making sure. This minor Erdtree over here. Oh, it's here. It's in the Weeping Peninsula. It is somewhere in the Weeping Peninsula. That might be a nice little side quest to go get ourselves some more crystal tears. Okay. All right, Mr. Haight. Kenneth Haight, Limgrave heir. All right, so I think then we will continue, like I said we were going to do, what we were going to do before, by starting here in the southern end of Limgrave East and working our way northward, and try to do as much thorough exploration as we can with the time we got left. Maybe we'll find some caves or catacombs or something along the way. So let's go ahead and warp over here to Fort Haight, or the Fort Haight warp point. And do we want to reapportion flasks at all? 5-3 might be a little bit better. Well, I don't know. I think this is fine the way we have this. I will slightly respec things here. Yeah, let's actually do it like this. Let's do... That's why I like the 4-4, because when we mix the Wondrous Physic using a Crimson tier, it's essentially like having another Crimson Flask. So, we'll go 4-4, and I will also slightly change up the spells. There are some interesting combinations that we could start to think about. That dagger is very intriguing to me. I'm going to be curious to see how that thing... Actually, let's do that right now. Let's go to the hold, because I want to know how that thing is going to be leveled up. What bolstering materials? Can we use regular smithing stones, or do we need to be using somber smithing stones? Because the somber smithing stones...
Well, I took you for no matter to lay out your arms then.
Feels like we need to be a little bit more discriminating on how we... It is regular smithing stones. It's one of the few weapons that does inherently scale with faith. Just naturally. We don't have to give it a special affinity, which is very cool. We obviously have the halberd that we got from the Tree Sentinel, but I think that one levels with somber smithing stones. We can find it here. I'm looking at the faith scaling on these just to see if there's any other weapon that... Oh, right. Oh, there is this tree spear, which we would need a fair bit more dexterity in order to take advantage of, but it does scale with faith just like Vike's war spear does. I had not noticed that. Causes madness buildup. We're actually starting to get some very intriguing weapon possibilities. It would just be nice if I could find a way to redistribute my points. Maybe we're never gonna find that. Maybe that's not something that's in the game. And I just need to... Oh, I forgot the Cypher Potta is just all faith scaling. But there are a few different weapons here that would be really... could be very interesting to add to our repertoire. So that we just have a little bit more variety and maybe some utility in situations where the Uchi is going to be, I don't know. When would a dagger be more helpful than an Uchi? I don't know. Obviously it does a little bit better in the critical hits department. Actually, does it? Yeah, critical is 100 on the Uchi. But I don't know if that's I don't know if just to boost your critical hits by 10%, if that's a good enough. The fact that it scales with faith, that's what's really intriguing me. So I might spend some time off camera leveling that up, farming some smithing stones to get it to a +6 so we have a good comparison against the Uchi. Okay, with that, I am just going to very quickly check around the hold just to make sure that the Half-Wolf or anybody else that we're not expecting to see if they have... There are a lot of different rooms for people to be hanging out in here. And it's possible at some point that some NPCs will be populating these rooms. So we need to be checking from time to time. Oh, that was another thing I was going to check. Another thing that I was going to try was going to look at what happens if we put blood grease. Can we actually put blood grease on our katana? Check that here in just a moment. As I look around the rest of the place ever so quickly to make sure that nobody else has joined the crew at the hold. Because how long, who knows how long, Sorcerer Roger was hiding out over here. Anybody else hiding out with him now? Anybody else hiding out down here? When are we going to get another battle? It does look like we can apply blood grease. That might be a very interesting thing to do. Very potent thing to do, potentially. And especially now that we can craft it. Now there is a big incentive to try that out. Which I think I might start doing instead of the fire grease. Use that as my default. There's going to be, obviously, enemies where bleed is just not effective at all. But it feels like that's the minority. We want to go this way. I'm not, we will do a little bit more of a, we might need to do an NPC sweep next episode. We are starting to progress various storylines, and it was very, I just happened to go off camera and check with Merchant Kale because I was searching for cookbooks. And we unexpectedly, I would never have guessed that he would give us dialogue for, not just dialogue, but giving us a gesture that lets us interact with the Half-Wolf. Because otherwise, there's no way to interact with him, is there? You have to have that gesture, I would imagine. Could be wrong. Okay. Some very there is so much to think about in this game. And I'm definitely going to be doing some of that off camera. What was I going to... I was going to switch out my spells and do something other than the Electrify Armament. What do we want to do instead of Electrify Armament while we are exploring around Limgrave? It's kind of weird to say, but we are back in Limgrave. We haven't been using Honed Bolt for a little bit because we need to be wearing that one garment. Let's put the Black Flame... I want to use this Black Flame blade again at some point. Should I put this on now? We still have this bestial sling. So many things to try. Let's put this on the bar. I just like the variety. I like having some trusty options that are always there, like Lightning Spear. But then I'm still kind of in experimenting mode and figuring out what I like. So that's what we're doing. And we're gonna stick to that. Yes, four-toed Foulfoot. That's what I was hoping for. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Not that we're really using... Not that we're really using... What is it that we're not using? The gold, or what are they called? Gold pickled foulfoot. It's just a mouse. It's a mouthful is what it is. Oh, this is actually a perfect time to try out the blood grease, isn't it? Because this guy, we know this guy will succumb to the bleed. Also, like stomping on our head, this guy feels way more aggressive than the other octopi. There we go. That's what I really wanted to get. Yeah, see, they take so much more damage from a critical hit than most enemies seem to do. All right. We didn't need to use a blood grease there. Definitely was not required for taking on a stupid octopus. But now that we can craft them, now that we can craft the dang things, like, why not? In fact, let's just do that. Well, let's maybe try to find something else to kill before our blood grease runs out. Pick up this item here, golden rune 1. Can never have too many of those. And our blood grease has run out at long last. Let's go and craft some more though, because we actually have plenty of blood rose. So let's just put that right up. Not 43 of them. Not that much. Let's slow your roll. Yeah, I want to get 10. It feels good to have 10 of those on hand, so we can just pull those out when needed. What I also can pull out when needed is the bestial vitality. And get my ever precious trickle heal, which I love. I absolutely love it. Okay, we got some wolves guarding. Some wolves guarding the rune stash over in the... That actually did not kill you. Surprising. I know you're the alpha wolf, but still, we're supposed to be in an area where we one-shot everything. What's the deal? What gives? Can you please target the dang wolf? I would like that. I would appreciate that very much. There were more beast bones to pick up. Okay. Our rune piggy bank is getting nice and topped off once again. Okay. Somehow I did not pick that one up. I thought I was spamming the triangle button. Golden rune 4. Let's go. I have to say, I am enjoying this episode so much. I can't say that it's like my favorite episode or anything like that, but it is just, we're meeting some really cool characters. We're filling in the gaps in our cookbook knowledge. It just feels right. We're where we're supposed to be. It just feels right, you know? Another four-toed foulfoot. I mean, it's just a sign. This is a sign that we are where we've been meant to be all along. Is that how you say that? I was hoping to get some splash damage against these guys, but not so much. Now, okay, we have connected back. I got it. Right. We had not explored in this direction because we previously had the map blocked off to us. And so I had said, nope, we're not exploring in that direction. And then we went on to the Bridge of Sacrifice. Is that what it was called? And then poor goddamn Marina. I thought she was going to be our blind maiden. Who the hell? I'm gonna find the guy that took out Arena. It's probably Lautrec. I'd be willing to bet a bunch of my rune stash. Somehow, if you know, if Patches is an Elden Ring, then it would make sense that Lautrec would be as well, wouldn't it? Goddamn Lautrec. We barely knew Arena. We barely knew her. And then she got done in. The events of Arena's death and Morn Castle and all of that business, we will get to that. We will attend to that eventually. But at the moment, we have a new area to explore, and I am excited. It feels a lot like it feels like Limgrave. We've had a lot of fun in Liurnia as well. I have to say that the variety of making that northward trek along the highway and going through, and you know, the Turtle Pope, the Mausoleum compound, the Minor Erd Tree, the Grand Lift. Like, it really is just this amazingly this potpourri of different locations that are so interesting. But also there's something kind of comforting about just being here in regular old Limgrave. The nice soothing Limgrave music, the nice comforting squeals of dying boars. It's just beautiful. Warms my heart. I see the Spirit Spring here. This takes us back up to Sellen. Okay, there is a Spirit Spring right there. Good to know. So we could just have dropped down right into the Mistwood. So how do we want to... We want to... let's try to segment our exploration here by... Let's set a waypoint here. And then let's set a waypoint up here past the merchant. And then we'll try to do a waypoint here and then here. So we're kind of combing our way through the woods. Seems like a reasonable plan. We have full flasks. We can keep dishing out the lightning spears as need be, without worrying about running out. Oh, more wolves. There are so many wolves around here. Oops. So many wolves to give us flasks back. I love it. We are on the outskirts of the Mistwood. As we follow our... That was number 1. Okay. And then this road here... Right, this is where we've been before. This leads across to... I see the message there for the merchant. Yeah, here we are. And there's the spirit that leads back up to the fort. So we have been along here. There's an owl. We are sure... Well, I feel much better about our chances now that we are finally getting cookbooks. There's a good chance that we're going to be finding one that tells us what to do with slumbering eggs. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to all sorts of things. I hear a scarab. I hear a scarab. Let's check down here. Make sure there's no cave that we're missing or a scarab. But I think the scarab might be above us. Oh, okay. That is something I was... No, okay. We've got... Fine. We've got the two... This is probably a good default, these two talismans. I might even switch. It does feel like maybe the Erd Tree's favor is probably like... one you almost... I don't know about never get rid of, but it's just... It's so good in terms of general purpose. it is tough to ditch. But we have the talismans that we want. We're kitted out with the right gear to be taking on general exploration. And okay, this is just going back up to the fort. I'm making sure though that there was nothing back in here. I think we're good. I think we can now head back into the Mistwood. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Keep picking up the skulls. Those little 200 runes at a time, which most definitely add up, as well as all these little Erdleaf and Roa fruits. Like, it's all just, there's those little hits that your value, the accumulation of value that you're getting as you, even though it's 10 runes at a time, it's still something. It's not nothing. Try to keep our eyes peeled for, what is this? This is just some beast bones that no, that was more than that. Oh shit, was that a boar? Oh, okay. The boars also drop hefty beast bones. Didn't realize that. Okay, so it's not just the grizzly bears. We can farm boars to get hefty beast bones. And I think he also dropped a lump of flesh, so that's good. That's very good. Gaining some crucial knowledge here. I like it. And also what? Poison plants. Yay, I don't have fire. The only fire that I have is fire grease. So, maybe it's useful to put both blood and fire grease on the quick items. I could see that. Because, I'm not in the right. I don't have the right fucking... I want you to stop poisoning me, that's all. And also bashing me over the head. Why do you have to do that? Why must you be this way? At least these guys don't explode like their madness, frenzied counterparts. I don't know. I mean, all things considered, poison is really, you know, it is really not the worst thing in the world. But as I have probably said before, it's the feeling that poison gives you when you get poisoned and you're just slowly, ever so slowly losing your health. It just feels terrible. At least it does to me. I think I have my lantern on. It don't feel right. I don't like it. Oh, there's actually a graveyard or a gravestone here? There is a graveyard. I have a feeling we're going to be meeting some skeletons. Something tells me there are going to be skeletons. Yes, I see you. I have my holy pot ready for you. Yup, eat it. I saw gravestones. I said holy pots. Give them to me. Give them to me. Oh my god, I'm getting hit by these. Why am I getting hit by these? You get out of here. I think there was another skeleton coming my way. I'm surprised I didn't get any splash damage on the plant, but it's fine. It's fine. There are so many of you motherfuckers. Good lord. All right, what do we got here? More poison bloom. Got it. Got it. Probably more poison bloom. All the poison bloom. Another thing that we'll probably figure out what it's used for, right? You got one skull off. I hope you feel better about yourself. A sacrificial twig, I see. 2 of those now, I think. Cool. Refill holy pots. Do we just go back up to 10 holy pots? We have some options now. There are sleep pots. There are poison pots. There are beast lure pots. Maybe I go to like 8. And then we leave a couple of those pots empty just in case. Oh, is this an arterial leaf? Yes, I almost missed that. Glad I double checked. But now we have a couple empty pots that we can have at the ready for our new crafting options. So now, okay, so we've been at the Mistwood Ruins before. There's going to be a grizzly bear that's respawned. But we do kind of want to head along. Let's maybe head, we'll actually head here, and then here, and then we've kind of explored in this area, haven't we? Let's just make sure that we'll set a waypoint there. I'm going to go down to this number 2 first, though. That sounded weird. We do have the ability to summon. We could try out a new summon. Let me deal with you first. Get you out of my hair. Lump of flesh, nice. And then bring another summon to the party, shall we? Who do we want? Who have we not brought to the party in some time? I'm overthinking this. It really doesn't matter. Except it does sort of matter that we have... I'm going to use one that we can afford because we have 68 HP. FP. Let's use the Godric Soldier Ashes. Let's use those guys. And then we drink. We drink. Yeah. Cool, 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 cool. So we'll get this beacon and then head over here. There is another big grizzly out here, but these guys are not as... Oh, wait, the Godric soldiers are disappearing on me. I cannot go in that direction just yet. So then, what else do we want them for? Some root resin, some gold tinged. Now that I know that boars drop big bones, the boars are big boned. We need to be taking advantage of that. Okay, I'm starting to get... Let's go to this place here. And then... Are those just demi-humans whistling? Okay, the Godric soldiers are pretty well confined to this ruins, aren't they? And it's like before... Well, it's not like before. Before, we had the fanged imps who were still hanging around even once we killed the big grizzly. So I guess I didn't need to summon them after all, did I? All right, since you guys are here, since you guys are here, we're gonna go with oh my god, shit. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. I'm gonna drink I should have drank my flask of Wondrous Physic. That would have been better. I was so counting on these guys being distractions. I didn't even consider the possibility that the grizzly bear would just lunge directly toward me. This dude is getting knocked on his ass, but he is being a distraction, and that's all we care about. We don't need him to do any damage, just be a distraction. You are simply there to tank. That is it. Get grabbed, get stomped on, growled at. We'll take care of the rest. I've killed this guy before. I don't know why I'm killing him again, other than, you know, there are crafting mats to get now, you know? There are crafting mats like beast blood and such that we need to be picking up. And sure enough, there is some beast blood. So, you know, it's important. It's important to get these things. It's part of the open worlding. Okay, so I guess these guys, I don't quite understand the ashes fully yet, why they stick around in some instances and peace out in others. I'm so waiting for this to be a trap. These are demi-humans, right? Apparently dead demi-humans. I know that the demi-humans like to pop out of the ground. That's kind of what I was expecting was going to happen. Not so much. There's another guy rallying at us down here. We would have to take you on. Mono a mono. I'm not sure I'm ready for that here. We're down to, we still have our Flask of Wondrous Physic. I'm a little worried that I might be missing a cave or something along the wall here. I'm trying to make sure that we don't miss out on any of that. Have I checked out? Oh, this is right on the border, and we're also getting close to the road once again. There's another grizzly here. Actually, I mean, I say grizzly. I think we need to keep a distinction between the these are just bears. The grizzly bears is this guy. This is the grizzly bear. What is he doing? He's getting so frisky. Is he onto us? Okay. All right. Well, I wasn't necessarily asking for this battle, but you have brought the battle to us. So, battle we shall. Lightning bolts are not effective against you, though. I got the bestial vitality off. I am up against the wall, though. This is the problem with fighting on horseback. Running into trees. We should just go and fight you with our sword. And maybe blood grease even. You know, blood grease would probably not be the worst thing to try. I'm out of mana. How did you hit me? Fuck. I meant to do the Flask of Wondrous Physic. How are you not dead? How are you not dead yet? Holy shit. It is so nice. It is so nice when their attacks don't take like 2/3 of your health. Like they were doing in Liurnia, and I can actually like get advantage or get value out of my bestial vitality. Even though I didn't cast it at the right time. I needed to bait out an attack before casting it while I was on horseback. It really is freaking dangerous fighting on horseback when you are in the middle of the woods, because it's so easy to get stuck on trees and little rock formations. All right, we will reapply our bestial vitality here at some point when I am back into combat. What I wanted to do was head around up here and just explore this area. Was that these birds? Were these the guys that were, no! I wanted to shoot some birds. They get scared by my, swinging the sword. What was I in the middle of saying? I don't even remember at this point. Don't even remember. Don't even remember. It's just like in Dark Souls 2. Why am I even doing this again? There is some loot up here, in addition to a golden rune. What did I say about the demi-humans popping out of the ground? What did I say? Luckily, they die in one hit. What I was going to do, though, is I was going to reapply. Oh, we got bats on our case now, too. That's great. We're going to do this, and then we're going to do... We've already... This is fine. I'm just trying to get value out of killing a group of enemies and getting flasks restored. That's all. That's all. We've kind of returned after getting, you know, some really fun interactions with the Half-Wolf, Kenneth Haight, a fun little interlude at the fort. We're back to very, you know, standard open world exploration, which I'm sure will be interrupted soon enough by very out of the ordinary kind of stuff. I'm sure it won't take long, because now, see, we're already back. We're already fucking back in Limgrave with the barbarian patrolling the road. Although we were already in Limgrave. It's all Limgrave. That's why we never got a title card when we were heading to the Third Church of America, because it's all stinking Limgrave. I'm feeling like we have explored here pretty thoroughly, but I am just going to check. I think we have explored. This is... Maybe we have not explored up here. I heard the bats. I heard the bats flapping around. It could be that we have actually not explored. Oh, I thought I was going to get a 3-for-1. Not so fast. These dudes love their rune fragments and Roa fruit, don't they? We have not explored up here. Okay. I kind of want to make sure that we finish exploring the Mistwood. So let's set a marker here, and we will come back to this. We will come back up here. We can head along this portion. And I'm also realizing that I am starting to get hungry. All of a sudden, the open world exploration has sparked a bout of hunger, which you know, I took a little break and I had a banana, but apparently that was not enough. It's not enough. Bananas just don't cut it on their own when you're out here. Roman Limgrave. You need some dragonfly heads. Oh, there's probably somebody out here who is into the rare delicacy of eating dragon heads. But it ain't me. I just use them for boluses. That's it. I ain't eating that shit. Feeling like we have explored it all. We've explored all of this pretty much. I want a 3-for-1 though. Dang it. They don't want to give me the 3-for-1 on the splash damage. Apparently it's too much to ask getting a 3-for-1. So now, okay, so now we're here back at the Mistwood outskirts. Let's just make sure that we have, I still have that waypoint that is over in the woods. Let's make sure that we have sufficiently cleared things out. There is another grizzly bear over here. Okay, all right. It's kind of, I guess it's kind of grizzly bear farming day. I just don't have the right, I really need, well, blood grease could be the way to go. It could be that blood grease is just what we want. We apply a bestial vitality. We apply a blood grease. Let's do that. Let's do that. Drink one of these. Put one of the put one of these on, and go at it. And not get too greedy with our swings. Okay, what the fuck? Yes, finally. I don't get the the repose because I didn't get around to the right spot, but we didn't need it. We didn't need it. Okay, we're starting to get a little bit of practice now against these the grizzly bears. Did we get a bleed? I was not watching closely enough with our blood grease on. I don't know if we ever got a bleed. I will have to watch back the footage. But I get the feeling, I get the sense that the grizzly bears are just one of those enemies that is just super resistant to bleed. So where are we at now? Where are we at? That is on the edge of the Mistwood. Let's put one here. Let's put one here and see where that gets us. How many other grizzly bears? This is where we should have been the whole time, getting the practice against the easier versions. As opposed to those crazy motherfuckers in Liurnia. Okay, we are finding the spot where beast blood can be farmed. Oh, there's another. Okay, so there's 2 of you here. But they do give us the ability to summon. So, okay, we're bringing out the big guns. I'm not fuck variety. we're gonna bring out the we're gonna bring out our fanged imp ashes here and go to town. Because I want the help. I want the help here, and I want more blood grease. Blood grease, please. No, I need to go to this. Blood grease. And then a couple lightning spears. Ow, he still managed to hit me. Because I'm rolling backwards is what I'm doing. I think we did get a bleed. I think we did actually get a bleed there. And the blood grease did help. The blood grease definitely helped. Let's get over to this guy while we have our blood grease still applied. Okay. I think we're getting bleed plus... Oh, there we go. I wasn't sure I was going to get the riposte. Didn't need it. It is so much nicer to have summons along, but I think we are seeing the power of throwing. It is so great. I love that we get to apply blood grease. You think you're tough, huh? You think you're tough. Did you not see what we did to your two? Did you not see what we did to Mommy and Daddy? Mommy and Daddy Grizzly. You never stood a chance, my dude. All right, we are going into the middle of a lake here. Although, we sort of dealt with the two big grizzly bears that were guarding it, so it's not like there's a trap that we need to worry about jumping out, right? Right? I think I can take... Wait a second, what am I looking at here? This one I think we can take away. What I want to do is go pick up this beacon. It is so nice, though, that we can pick up... Not pick up, but add blood grease to an Uchi katana. This is something that I had always been a little miffed by in Dark Souls, is like when you have a, you know, some weapon that has like elemental damage that's been affixed to it. You know, you've added an infusion, a lightning infusion or whatever it might be, that you can't use your fire paper, or you can't use some additional enhancement on it in some way. It always felt very like, why? That's just anti-fun. It's so much more fun when you get to, like, you know, use all the cool things. Why take the fun away? All right, we lost our fanged imps. I wasn't paying attention to where they that they were disappearing on us, but I think we're close to wrapping things up here. We have we have done, I think we have really started to... What have we started to do? Sometimes thoughts form in the Akinar brain only to be immediately washed away. I was saying, we have collected so many great things today. We have collected cookbooks. We have collected so many of the crafting materials to go with those cookbooks. We have met cool new characters. We have gotten better against grizzlies, although they are a much more pared down version than the ones that we fought before, but that's fine. And it's just exciting to finally be in a part of the map that that feels like where you're supposed to be. Not that I keep saying it. It's not that we really were out of our league going into Liurnia, but this place definitely feels more up our. We're able to take things on without too much of a challenge. And it can be nice to have that change of pace in a game like Elden Ring that is so grueling and daunting in so many instances. I am going through and killing all of these scarabs just to see if something happens. Do we get something that occurs when we take out all of these scarabs that are around the Erd tree, or are they just here for a touch of lore? That there's something. There is some flavor, I'm sure, related to the fact that there are so many scarabs hanging out around the minor Erd tree. But that is where we are going to wrap up this installment of Elden Ring. We've ended it off here with a very casual, laid back exploration farming session, I guess, all in one, as we are starting to move through the rest of Limgrave. Who knew all this time that Limgrave was just waiting to be fully... I said we were wrapping up Limgrave. Did I say that in one of my video titles? False advertising. For those who have been anxious for me to get to this part of the map, hopefully we will be having some fun in the episodes ahead. I think we might also... I know there was an Erd tree somewhere over here in the Weeping Peninsula. I might just warp quickly to the Church of Pilgrimage just to take a look at that. And there's a mausoleum out here. So we may start next time. There is an Erd tree right there, and there is, I think, not too far away, a mausoleum. And supposedly, this mausoleum has a demigod inside of it? Question mark? So we might start there next time. That might be what we do. But I'm very much looking forward to getting to the rest of Limgrave East. Not so much looking forward to this portion of the map, as the bats are gonna try to get on my case here one last time. You really don't know when... I thought we had an agreement when I'm wrapping up. You don't get in the shot when we're doing the episode. The episode culmination. And the minor Erd trees, the Erd tree, everything about this game is so breathtaking. Except for maybe the jellyfish are pretty cool. The skeletons maybe not so much. I guess these guys were all right. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.